Welcome to Esober Elitist Week 3, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of shit going on. We got a lot of shit to cover this week. We're doing the show early. Some of you might catch it live right now. Some of you will be getting the link tomorrow. Listen to it on your ride to work because you've heard Ariana Grande too many times, and you just got to hear our sweet voices for a while. Sober, how you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. Coming off that huge
Good,
victory
good.
last night.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, what would the sober elitist be if we didn't open the show talking about how good we were?
Yeah, you just gotta start there, right? You gotta give
I
the
I
crowd what they
wouldn't
want.
I wouldn't mind talking about it. Yeah, I never minded talking about it. Matter of fact, one of my personalities on the other side I used to play on was best in the world. You know,
Mm,
and it's not a lie if you believe it. You know what I mean?
yep.
So we took care of business last night in our series. Took 7 games and it wasn't easy, but we did get it done. What do you think? What do you think put us over the top? Because I heard a little bit on the throwdown of what they thought, but what do you think put us over the top?
Well, I saw a lot of it in the chat box earlier today. It has to be Roos's jump peak. I'm just going with it.
Oh,
It
Jesus
is.
Christ!
No, I think we rectified what we did the first night. We started playing better as a whole again, and not so much of everybody rushing up for quick outlets, at the other end blue line. We stayed back, we supported each other well, played good team D, um, and capitalized when we could.
hmm
I think.
and no,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was just gonna say, and quick shout out to Yim and Valcor too. They were great that whole series on the back end.
Yeah.
Um, there were some people, oh man, try and walk Yim with his stupid Enforcer D. Well, he didn't go Enforcer D for this series, and you couldn't walk him anymore like we did
Yeah.
the regular season series. So he wisened up to that, and he was strong over there. Like, oh, you should walk him. No, it's 7 games you couldn't walk him. So I don't know why anyone thought we could be.
Yeah,
It wasn't gonna happen.
and Flanny surprised me. I mean, the time we played him at the last series, he wasn't. I wouldn't say he wasn't very strong in that, but he definitely wasn't on his A game. And then last season, there was a lot of people that you can short side Holly all the time. He covered the fuck out of that short side this series.
Yeah,
There
you weren't
wasn't
getting
very.
one. Although it is ironic, the game winner in Game 7 was short side.
Well, when you
But
take a clapper
having said,
2 inches
yeah,
away.
having said that, that was probably the only one I can think of he gave up. So I don't know. I think it was Yam maybe said. I don't remember who said it, but someone was like, "Yeah, man, he needs to cover the short side a little bit." I'm like, "What are you talking about?
Yeah,
What? He
yeah,
he
we
didn't. He gave
noticed
up
that.
one.
We noticed that,
Yeah.
right. I think it was game 5 where we said, look at him. He's covering that short side, but he's leaving far side open. So if you could get that far
But
side
good
shot,
on Yes, but good on the Wonder shows in D. They weren't letting passes get through. So,
yep.
now he's covering the short side, and you have nowhere to go out front. Your only plays down low, and they cover that too. So that
Hmm.
it was not easy to score on these guys. So
Yeah, Velcro
it was
impressed me
it was a
too.
great series.
He
Oh
he
yeah,
he
Val's
used
great, man. When he's
he
not
used to be.
farming.
Yeah, yeah, that damn farming game, man.
Mm.
He used to be one of the better lefty in the league, and then he went on kind of a hiatus for a while. And now he seems to be stepping it back up.
Well, they covered our series pretty well, so I didn't want to get into that. I just wanted to talk about us a little bit to open up because we're pretty good at this game. Um, who's our guest this week? Who do we got?
I think there's a guy that lives on some fucking island somewhere, some Gilligan's Island.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Interesting. He has a little audio box, and as soon as he checks it off, I can't control this. I mean, we may be the host of the show, but I can't control when he decides to hit the A button. So as soon as he does, I mean, he can get in here and start doing whatever it is that he's got to do or say what he's got to say. I'm going
Oh,
silent. I'm
oh,
giving you a
oh,
chance. There it
oh!
is. Yeah,
Is that my cue? I mean,
that's a cue.
again, it's just the fact of the matter is that I'm here, man. I'm here on the Elitist show. It's XD Ally. I'm happy to be here, shoot the breeze with esoteric and sober enough. I'm gonna keep it pretty cool until I have a reason not to keep it cool. And I have a feeling that being on here with the two of you goofs, that at some point it's going down. But I'm happy to be here. So thanks for
Well, it's
having me on.
great. It's great having you on, man. We need all the league's great personalities. You know, week one we had Chew Therapy. We kind of screwed him too because it was our first week. We didn't really know what we were doing. We didn't bring him in till like 25 minutes in. That was stupid. After the show was over, we were like, oh Jesus, we just let him sit there dead air for 25 minutes, and then we did it right the following week with DJ, who was a great guest too. Unfortunately, Sober
Yeah, I dropped the ball
did
on
a
that
boo
one.
boo.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Well,
did a
hey,
boo boo with
I
the
blame it on
mixer, so
Twitch.
unless you
Damn
heard
it.
it live, you didn't hear it. Yeah, we could blame it on Twitch. Um, I think it's rude, personally, for Daly to come in here and throw accusations. I've known this guy for 6 plus 7 years. This guy's taking shits in my house, and he thinks I'm just gonna gang up on him. You know
Did
what
you
I'm
just
saying?
light
Like
a
I'm not gonna
candle? I
gang.
mean, come on.
I got a little fan on the window. Oh shit! When he was here, that wasn't in the window though. It was wintertime.
Oh,
So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, he's blowing up my bathroom, and you know, I'm not. Me and Sober and I have only known each other for like 3 months, 4 months tops. Like, we're not just gonna gang up on you. That's ridiculous. I have loyalty.
Well, that's the problem, though, is because I know you. So 6 years plus or not, I come on the show, I could see it happening. All of a sudden, there's a little MOTU love, XD Ally, the Island, old dad didn't make the playoffs. I could see it coming a mile away. I, I see what you're doing, and you're playing it well, but I'm not buying it. But we'll see what happens. We got some shows, so
well, hey,
I'm happy to be here.
it's
We
since
just
you
got
brought it up.
underway.
It's since you brought it up, Daly. The
He did
people,
bring it up.
The people want to know what is there to do on Daly's Island in the off season.
Oh, that in the off season.
Which is right now for you, by the way.
Which is
You
right
didn't-
now. Okay, so
Oh,
let
yeah.
me start off by saying this. And I kid you not, this is, take it however you want it. I cannot remember the last time I wasn't in the playoffs.
In any
literally,
league?
in any league. I'm not saying it to be anything other than I literally cannot remember the last time I wasn't in the playoffs. So it's very weird to me. I'm 100% to blame for it. But yeah, it's a
Yeah, we're gonna get into that too.
yeah, it's a very frustrating feeling because, like I said, I think that personally, we were a tough matchup for a lot of teams. I think that
I agree.
when we had our full lineup, I think that we were a really, really tough matchups. I think we played really good D. I think we had some really big game changers offensively. I don't think that there's, Odd Guy doesn't get enough credit on the back end. I think he's an up and coming guy in the league, and a great guy to have in the party. So again, it's tough. But as far as what to do on the island, there's a lot of drinking. There's a lot of drinking.
Yeah, you got to drown your
There's some
sorrow
people,
somewhere, right?
yeah. Well, there's a couple people that you can find on the island, and it's pretty much every left wing in this league. So you're never alone. So there's always something to do there, because you have your friends and all your comrades and guys that you shoot the breeze with. Cosmic Fade's on the island. Who else is on the island? Esoteric was lucky enough to play on my team that he didn't end up on the island, and he missed me. So that was good. But yeah, pretty much any left. Sober. Oh, Sober's always on the island because when he just it's not a good matchup.
It must
It's
be
not
a
a good
vacation
matchup
right
for
now.
Sober. It's not a good matchup for Sober.
Because
So-
I think I
Yeah, no,
sailed
you-
off
you
that
got-
island. That island.
Yeah, you've
island's
got
kinda
hockey to
over
play,
there.
but yeah,
Sober,
but
do you-
he's been a frequent visitor on the island. He knows all about
Do
it.
you think he's had this ready and loaded since like noon today?
Oh yeah,
Do you-
yeah.
do you know what I mean?
As soon as
Like,
you said
like,
Daly's coming on,
It sounds like he's
like,
flowing and he's just kind of
yeah.
speaking off the chest. He's reading off an index card. That's how ready he was.
It's
for that
probably friggin' tape
response.
recorded. You listen to it.
He
Like
probably
that's-
spelled Cosmic Fade wrong, on the thing. Cosmic Fade with a fucking Z.
Listen,
Cosmic.
hey, what was more frustrating about season 2? The fact that there was Bill Cosby plastered all over the 239 website, or the fact that I spelled everything wrong? What was more frustrating? That's the question.
I'll tell you what the more frustrating. The Cosby shit was great, and I wish the team made it back because those are my favorite write-ups. Not just because I was on the team, but because Bill Cosby is a rapist, and it's funny. So,
He
just
even
funny,
switched his
period.
name back to his Jello Time name too.
I did. I'm running Theo Huxtable still, just because I love the Cosbys. So it was also one of my favorite shows. So all of those things combined. The problem is, you said you were spelling the shit wrong on purpose, and I don't buy it. I think you just suck at it. That's what I think.
No. Well, there's a certain truth and not to it. There were certain things that I took to a whole nother level. There, the theirs and the theirs and the ours and the ours. Yeah,
Well,
sometimes I
I
fuck
know
those
them.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. But there are certain things that I definitely did on purpose to get a rise. Usually to get a rise out
It
of
worked.
Yambag. No, but then I
Yeah.
realized it was pissing you off more than anybody, so it made it that much easier for me to just
Yeah.
fucking run with it because it was just like, okay, can I like proofread this like before we put it out because like I'm really fucked up right now because this is just ridiculous. So that was a
It's hard to look
conversation that
at.
we had. I mean, it had its moments, but then that's where I came in with the gifts and the highlights and let me blow you
Yeah,
here, let
those
me
they
suck
were
you off
good.
there. That's what I went with,
So
man.
anyone
So
so anyone that's looking to captain in the future, you got to really think about your name. It's a big part of it, isn't it? Like, like, okay, so if you want to go with, oh, what's your favorite band? Like, no, that's gay because like you still have to do write-ups, right? Like, oh, dude, Ride the Lightning, I love Metallica. No, gay. Like you have to you definitely have to have a cool theme, man. Sober, since we're live and candid here.
Hmm.
You ready?
Yep.
I'm about to drop one on you.
Go for it, bud.
Unrehearsed. I don't like the Motu name. I don't get it.
Nobody does.
It's He-Man.
I
It's
don't get
He-Man.
it
It's
either.
He-Man.
It's He-Man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Masters
I
of the
just missed the
Universe.
He-Man boat when I was a
didn't.
kid.
I didn't want to put out the big, huge Masters of the Universe, so I just shrunk her on down.
I
Yeah,
even
no, no.
asked Sober.
I get what?
I asked him. I said, "What the fuck?" This is a conversation. You can go back to your G chat Sober.
Yeah, yeah.
I go, "What the fuck is an MOTU?" He's like, "Dude, that's the name." That was his response to me. I'm like,
Yep.
"But what the fuck is it? Like, what is it?" He's like, "It's MOTU. It's on the site." I'm like, but what the fuck is it?" And like that was
I had
legitimately the conversation
Yeah.
that him
Yeah.
and I had,
I
and I
wanna-
left it alone. I didn't.
I wanted the perfect write up. Like where it's gonna be like He-Man, freaking Central. Because I was going to '80s cartoons. That
Yeah, and you know
You know,
what? I will
Thundercats,
say the
He-Man.
guy, I think it's He-Man there, with that GIF or GIF, whatever the fuck you want to call it, when he's like clearly banging something. That's the best one. But you can only use it so many times, right? Like I did our write-up today, which I've never done, by the way, so I was struggling,
No, that's good.
riding that struggle bus, and but I was looking for a GIF for the front page there, and I had no clue. My wife's walking downstairs. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What do you know about He-Man?" She's like, "What about him?" She's like, "Skeletor. He's the man." And then she just walked upstairs. So I'm like, "All right." So I started Skeletor, and I came up with that thing. But yeah, anyways, captaining in the future, man. That's like the biggest thing for
Yeah.
me. If I was gonna captain, I'm already thinking about it. Like, what the hell would I do that you could use tons of gifts for?
Mm-hmm.
It's
my
tough.
Thundercats had good ones, but
Well, and here's the thing, Sober.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you some due right now because I've talked about this on the throwdown. No, I'm gonna give you some due. I'm not gonna say anything bad.
Cigarette break already?
here we go.
But here's the thing. I like spin-offs of old teams. I really really enjoy that. I do. So you were the Thundercats season 1, and then you kind of did a spin-off of that. Like I'm 100% cool with that. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's just me. D-Mart, Shock, doing the
Yeah.
Halifax 3 and all that shit. Come on,
Your
guys,
little
get fucking creative.
8.2.
Yes, it's okay to be like that, but yeah, like get creative with it. And again, I didn't understand MOTU, but I saw all the gifts, so I put 2 and 2 together. I understood that you were doing a spin-off of the original Thundercats. I never even saw the show, but again, I got it. So I was cool with it, and that was it. I was good with it.
I
But
think
yeah,
I actually did a GIF with He-Man versus Lionel. I think somewhere this season I did one of those death match.
I think my problem, Sober, is back in the 80s and early 90s when I was a kid. Um, when normal kids were watching He-Man and shit, like my dad was watching like Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, and I was like 7 watching it. Like, I probably shouldn't have been watching that, but like that, and like Eddie Murphy, Raw and Delirious. This is why I'm an asshole to this day. I think because like I just grew up on this adult stuff that I shouldn't have been watching, and I just missed the Thundercats and He-Man. I think that's That's probably the problem. But anyways, moving back to a little more of a not serious, but league topic here. New captains, Daily. Daily, you touched on it. Throwdown. New captains. Let's hear it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I think that the success of Pale Poner and Agent, and shout out to both of those guys who I get to work with, quite frequently on Throwdown, it's a testament to kind of like, listen, as soon as you get comfortable enough and understand enough of the league, take the chance and get out there and captain. I think it's a great thing, personally for me, to see a guy like Agent, see a guy like Pill, only need one season to really grasp the league. If you've heard me talk on Throwdown and stuff like that, I put a lot of time and energy into statistics and different things like that. I totally geek out on this stuff. I think everybody knows that. And I don't expect people to grasp and look at the league like that. But if you have enough understanding to get out there and kind of mold and create your own team, I think it's awesome opportunity. I know Essa, you and I have talked behind the scenes about you getting into it 2 seasons here. I
Yep.
think you have enough knowledge to really put together a competitive team, and
I
all those
almost know
things
everybody
help.
now.
That's the
Almost.
thing.
You know,
I mean, and
and
that's
that's all you
huge.
need. Yep.
And what that does, and there's no, let me put it this way. Season 2, there was no parity in the league. There were 2 really good teams, and then there was the other teams. Season 3, there was one team that really stood out. Everybody else was separated by 4 points. And that's a testament to people learning the league, understanding the league, and really starting to focus all that knowledge and all their skill sets and different things like that, and really making this great season. Season 3 has easily been the best one yet because of how competitive it was. So
And what a
anybody
great
think
job the captains did.
yeah.
Insane job they did. Even the bad teams were good, but they just, for whatever reason, that happens. You're going to get the Justice League with 6 wins. You're going to get Afternoon Delights with 4 wins, or whatever it was. I apologize if those numbers aren't right, but they're close. Um, Other than that, man, wow, you had 8 teams within a CH, and it's crazy.
Yeah, and I think it once again it goes back to the captains too doing their work. I mean, when you look at a player like McGilla, we mentioned this on our last show, where he went out and took a bunch of XPS guys that nobody's seen before, but obviously he must have scouted them, known who they were, or it could have been because he's in XPS also, so he might have played with them over there. But just
Or
getting
seen
out
him
and
play,
knowing,
yeah. Yep.
yeah, getting out and knowing that the guys that haven't been around, the names always stay with the players, but like the Lucas, the Valcours, the Swagger on a bad way, names always seem to stay the same.
Speaking
Can
of
I tell you
swagger,
guys something?
speaking of
Can I tell you
swagger,
guys something?
real quick,
Oh
you
god.
can just,
Oh.
but before, real quick, speaking of swagger, I just got a message from him about 10 minutes ago.
Here we go.
Oh no.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read because he told me I could. He told me he wanted me to tell him. Tell Daly he spelled your name wrong. I guess that's perfect because you can't spell anything. Tell Daly I've wanted to play with or against him since the middle of last season. I missed the challenge, and he thinks you're great, man. He thinks he's on the Daly train. So, just throwing it out there. He wants you to know it live on the air, and now you know. So,
Well,
go ahead
like
now.
I
You can go
said,
ahead with your point.
I know, no, I'll take the due if he's throwing it. I appreciate the kind words as always. I like to think that I play a pretty competitive style. I think I'm a pain in the ass. I play a good 2-way game, and we'll call it that. So thank you, McSwagger. I appreciate the kind words.
And so,
And he
Um,
wants the captain.
oh,
And he does, and again, I told him on the show, listen, here's the thing. I've never had an issue with Swagger, not one time. And I said that on the throwdown. But however, I would be crazy to not say that I don't see what's happening, on our site every day. My biggest advice for Mick Swagger would say, hey, the skill set's there. You're a good player. I'm not denying that. But maybe take this season, really kind of tone it back, show up, do your thing. No silly LB stuff, no silly forum stuff. And I'm not even saying that he's the start and everything, but just take the high road,
just stay out of
have
it.
a clean
Right.
season, have a quiet season, and maybe. And Yambag made this point, even in his drunken rant. Maybe you can gain some of that rep, and people say, you know what? Okay, now we've turned the corner here. I can forget that season. I can forget that and just be done with it. That would be my best advice, and I will leave it at that.
I agree
And
with you too, and to To touch on it, dude, most of the people that play in these leagues nowadays, it's funny because there's like a stereotype, right? Like, oh, kids play games. Dude, most of the people in these hockey leagues are 30 plus.
Yep.
Most, not everyone, but most of the people in these leagues are 30 plus. And we're fucking adults playing a video game. Okay? I've had run ins with people in the past, and I used to think to myself, "Guy's a fucking idiot." Ugh. Who cares, man? Get over it. Don't be emo, as the site motto really is. Really, just move on, man. If
Well,
you had a
especially
problem with somebody in the past, just, I mean, dude, it's a game and life is short. It is really short. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Just play the games, dude. We're all here to do the same thing. So
especially with
that's my
how
advice
short
there to everybody.
how short these
Yeah.
seasons are too. I mean, you only got to put up with it for what was it, 27 games this season. Like, come play your 27 games and don't get involved in any shenanigans. Hence, just perfect topic I'm throwing it out there since we're talking about it. Watching Throwdown, he's in the chat. He makes the comment saying, "I really want a captain." Then he comes back and blasts a player for no reason at all. Like that.
Now,
That's
was
what
that
we're
he being
talking
funny
about.
there,
No,
or you know what I mean? I don't know. So that's
the player mentioned that they had drama back in a different league. So I would take
again.
it. Yeah, I would take it as truth. You know,
Yeah. I
especially
mean,
with
I'm
his
not the first
background.
person to say that. I know I'm not the first person to say, just let it go and it doesn't matter. But seriously, it really doesn't. Especially in a site where you can play the way you want and it's over in 5 weeks.
You know,
I mean, there's really low expectations. Here's the expectation: don't be a douchebag, and that's it. That if this site had a Bible, right, it would have
we
one commandment, and
kind
it
of
would
do.
say, "Don't be a douchebag." Well, I
The
mean, that would be the
glossary.
right. Is that fair to say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing to me. Hey, Daly, since you're on, we had a question last week. Um, who would you want to see captain out of the players that
Huh,
have
that's a
been?
good that's a good question. I okay. So I want to make two points. So for instance, first of all, esoteric. I want to see him captain. Ultimately, the way that we're doing this year, it's a little bit different. We're trying something new. I would love to see esoteric captain. I would love to see true therapy captain. Again, these are guys that I know A are good players, B are really grasping the league as far as the players within the league. And in my perfect world, man, like I'm thinking to myself, like, what would be a perfect season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sober captains, esoteric captains, daily captains, Estradios captains, Chubbs Reborn captains, Stealth Luca captains, Drift King captains. You guys see where I'm going with this?
Yep.
In a perfect season, to see 10 players like that captain would be my ultimate goal, and I think that anybody in the admin staff would back me 1,000,000% saying that. As far as other players that I'd like to see captain, I'd love to see Brick City, a guy that literally came into the league and tore shit up this year. I would love to see a guy like that captain. And this was kind of the point I was going to make earlier. What makes this league great and what's going to make this league even greater is the process and understanding the process. And Sober, you and I know I've talked about this 100 times. Understanding what we're trying to do here. Take, for instance, Pale Poner was brought in by McGilla, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pale Poner plays one season, says, hey, man, I want a captain. Pale Poner captains, he brings in Brick City, Notorious Figo, Midagarden, the Skyder, all these guys, right? Brings in 4 guys. Now you got Brick City comes in, sees the kind of, community we have. Now he brings in 4 more guys. Now we got 4 more potential, good players plus captains. That's how you grow a league like this. That's our ultimate goal. That's what we want to do. So
Sounds like
for
a pyramid
me,
scheme, except you don't lose any money.
yeah, but
You
but
know?
to the point, it truly is. And again, the leagues that we have ran in the past, the reason we've had success is because we've done it that way. We've never gotten too big too fast, with the goal always being let's get big, but let's do it the right way. And right now, I think we're doing so much right. Me personally, the reason I pick Esoteric, the reason I pick, Chew Therapy, I'd love to see Moose throw his hat in the ring. Again, good players that I, may have brought in or inadvertently brought in. I think Desired Customs is another guy I would love to see captain. He has a ton of experience running teams.
He
I'd love
does.
to see.
Yeah, he really
I'd love to.
does.
He does, and I would love to see him
Hmm.
throwing his hat in the ring. I think he'd be really good in this. And I shout out to him, man. I was telling Esso earlier, I had more fun playing with Desire Customs this year than I have in a while. With a player that I've never played with before. That I played against him 100 times. First time we played together. But again, those are a couple of the names that I would like to see. Basically, guys that I've played with and or have brought in that I think are kind of ready to really be, captains in this league and representation or representatives of this league. So those would be a couple of the names I would do. And eventually, I'd like to see Stealth Luke captain as well.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
then
you
Punskies and
mentioned
all
this.
those guys will come back.
See, I don't know
That's
any of
it.
those guys, so
But
I
that's the
can't.
exact reason why. So
Hmm.
there you go. Get
Yep.
some of those names right.
Name drop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bunskies,
Mm-hmm.
where you at?
No, and this one's just gonna be for fun, and then we could go on to whatever topic. But the other question we were asked last week: have you ever put on a glow-in-the-dark condom and went in a room, shut off the lights, and sword fought with somebody?
We can repeat these
No.
questions, by the way, because really
You can
not
go
many
every
people
week.
heard the show last week because it was all jacked up. So,
Yeah. No, I can't say that I've ever done that. That would be quite a feat. That would be interesting, more or less, to watch. I have
Whoa,
never done
wait,
that.
watch?
My
Wait, whoa.
watch and or do. I mean, it'd be interesting to see that happen. Listen, I'm not gay by any means, but to see something like that would be interesting. I would not be looking away. I've once watched a woman eat Fruit Loops out of another woman's ass. Not saying I would do it, but I've seen it. So again, I'm all for e-fuck, man. It's like the greatest thing in the world. If you've never been on there, that's a time killer. E-fuck. There's a cheap plug, man. So there's some crazy shit on there.
good
But yeah,
lord,
no, I can't say I've never.
this
Can't
show
say
is
I ever
nothing
have.
like Throwdown. Nothing.
No, that's kind of why I love it. There's a certain, like, when I do Throwdown and I'm running that and like keeping it going and stuff, but here I can just kind of be an idiot, which is great because
Which
I
is
am
what
an
you do
idiot.
best. So you're the perfect guest. Um, so back to the, you were talking real quick about, throwing names in the ring. Moose is a guy, and you just said it, that you'd like to see captain. Now, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I'm a good friend of Moose. I don't think he would ever captain. I'm just throwing that. I don't think, and I don't think he has the fuse for it. I could be wrong, and maybe he's cursing me right now. I know he's listening. He might be cursing at me right now, but I don't. I think his fuse is a little too short for it. Do you think he's got the patience to captain? My question to you.
Well, here's the thing I know about Moose. First of all, Moose is one of the nicest guys I've ever met. You want to
Yes, he is.
sit in a party and talk with someone for literally 5 hours and shoot the breeze. Moose is literally the
Yep,
perfect guy to do that.
that's your guy.
It is
But
100%. On top of
but
that, he's a great player.
yes.
But
Now,
the
what
only reason
happens
I'll
when you're
agree,
not on his good side?
he, he,
Go
he does
ahead.
not
I mean,
care. He does. I mean, he does not care for you all
no.
that much. I don't know.
He'll give you a pink slip. He'll just give you a pink slip and call it a day. You guys laugh, man. You want to talk about
Oh
somebody who
man.
just doesn't have time for people that, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure if he could be the coddling type of captain. If somebody talked back to him, he'd be like, all right, cool, rule one, bitch. And that's it. Done. Out of his life, blocked, and that's it.
Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
that's
I'm
kind
not
of
sure
like
if
that though.
that's... Yeah, he kind of is. I think Moose is even worse.
Well,
He is. He is. I love you, Moose, man.
man.
But you New Yorkers. Oh man.
Wow,
Yeah,
And
they don't fuck
Yambag's
around.
basically
you
a
went
New Yorker
really
too.
Boston. That was bad. You went really
Was it?
Boston there. Like, man, like
Well,
even like when I come in, like when I came, like it wasn't even that bad. That was bad, but it's okay. I understand. Like you were making your point.
sometimes
So
you get
you,
excited. I
well,
turn it
no, you
off.
have your
I do.
no,
I can turn it
you're
on
good
and off
with
at
it.
any time. Yeah.
But that one was
But
like you were like, you're New Yorker. So
fucking New Yorkers, dude. Um. So yeah. But yeah, he would be a great choice, honestly, if he could do the job. And I question that he could or would want to. But it's always good if you have high level caliber of captain as far as skill wise talent goes, right? You're already ahead of the game against like let's just if you have like seven top tier captains talent wise, and then three middle of the road to bottoms. Oh boy, those teams are in trouble because the number one pick is you. You're the
Mm-hmm.
number one pick. So you're already behind the eight ball. You better have a damn good draft if you're not as good as the other captains. Is that is
All due respect. Can I tell you the Jello time? Not to cut you off, but Jello time. Do
yeah
you know the reason that that whole thing worked to perfection? Is
until the
because
playoffs until you didn't
well,
show up.
okay, all right. We could talk
How's
about
that
that
going?
if you want.
All right, whatever. No, go ahead. No, I cut you off. I'm a
But
rude host.
but the way I went into that draft was I said, okay, I knew who I wanted, I knew the players I wanted, and I got all but one of the players I wanted. I'll leave the names, whatever. But with that being said, I went in the draft knowing what I was going to do, and I said to myself, I don't need the first round pick because I valued myself in that realm. Call it arrogance,
Yep.
call it cocky, call it whatever the fuck you want it. I
No,
don't
but it's
care.
true. I mean,
But
yeah,
that's
it's
how I
fine.
valued it. So I said to myself, okay, if I can get my picks this close, I might stretch on a guy or two. This is where Yambag always shits on me, but this was my mindset. So I'm coming clean on what I was doing. In my pre draft analysis, which I did not have to fucking do, by the way, but I did it because it's for the betterment of the league. It's what the league needs. And I didn't want anybody going under the radar. So I did that strictly for the reason of I wanted the league to be as competitive as possible. Now, people still
Transparency.
Yeah, and
correct. I
I
wanted
gave you a
that.
shout out for that too. I
Cool.
think our
And I
first show.
appreciate that. Like, if you looked at what I wrote, Yambag to this day says that I sharked and I took guys too early and did this and that. Here's the thing. The way that my draft laid out with trading my first round pick, I had all mid-tier picks. So I did. I stretched on Shoe Therapy. I stretched on Esoteric. You guys should have gone in round 3. But because I didn't have picks and, I took you where I took you. Okay? So it wasn't that I was trying to drape anybody. It was just how my draft laid out. I knew the guys I wanted. I want these 5 guys. I got 4 of the 5 I wanted, and I had to make a change on the fly.
And who
Again,
was
at
the
the end
one
of
you
the day,
missed on?
do you want to
Do you
know?
remember?
Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
I
I
remember.
think yeah, who was it?
Colinelli was not originally in my plans.
Correct. It
Colinelli was
was.
not. It was Dynasty
Yep.
18,
Yep.
and
And
Dynasty
he went
18
round two
is
early.
yeah, he went 5 or 6 picks early. And
Yep.
and again, I had it all laid out. Fact of the matter is I ended up getting a steal with Kyle where I got him, and Colinelli was great, even playing his off D. But I wanted Dynasty for the selfish reason of he's my best friend, my best man at my wedding, and I wanted him on my team for a season. So that was where I was at. But he's gone early both seasons, so it is what it
Yep.
is. But um, again, yeah, that's why I did it. So with these drafts and different things, man, and it's just crazy how they work out. This year, perfect example. McGilla took Moose at 11. I thought, dude, I was salivating at the chance to play with Moose for a whole season. Can I tell you that? Could you imagine me and Moose on the back end together? I
Then
was
you could have made
literally,
Legion work in that,
It'd be
right?
pretty good.
oh, dude, I told Legion, you can ask him, even though he hasn't talked to me
He
in
might have
two
been able to
weeks.
put the controller down.
I
You
was
know.
ready, man. And playing with Moose, I could put. As everyone knows, I like to play offensive too. It's just something I like to do. Playing with Moose, I would have been able to do that because he's a stay home, never
Yeah.
come.
Imagine if
Oh
you ever got
God.
good at it too.
Oh
That'd be something.
Jesus Christ. Here we
Um.
go. Oh, can we talk about? Should we talk about something else?
mm, You
Do
got
you want to? Do
What,
you want
what
to get
else?
busted out right now or no?
what? What do you want to talk about? It's a live
Okay.
show.
I'm
No
gonna
dead
I'm gonna
air
do
here.
it, man.
No.
I'm gonna do it sober. Can I do it? Can I do it? Okay.
Go for it.
So
Let her hang.
esoteric. How was your season this year?
It was pretty shitty.
Oh, okay. Hey, can I ask you
Yeah.
another question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
When you played with old dad, how was your season?
It was pretty good.
Hey, what's the most goals you think you ever scored in a season
In any league,
in any league?
I'd have to go look. That I scored more than 40 in the other league. I can
In
tell you that.
27 games? I don't know about that.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
about
about
that,
that.
but I'm
My
just.
point is all of
Okay.
a sudden you
Okay.
get off X Daly's team and you just have a bit of a shit on.
I mean, you could
Here we
say that
go.
if you want, but I mean,
Who's still
the fact of the matter is, I'm in round 2 of the playoffs, and you are
True.
not.
True.
Yeah,
That first
that's.
round value hold, though, I don't know, man. I made a first rounder out of
Hmm.
you, that's for sure.
You did. You did. In all seriousness, though, going back to that, Drift King was the guy who drafted me. I had a lot of fun over there. We didn't win any games. We didn't play very good, but everyone on that team was really cool, and that's another really cool aspect about this league. Now, you play there for 2, 3 weeks, and now you get to meet everybody, and you move on, and you just dominate the playoffs, and
Oh,
that's
God.
where we're at right now.
Well, in
Yeah.
defense, I gave you your due on throwdown, man. I really did. I said that
Yeah.
I'm
You.
going to tell you, sober, with the way you had your team constructed, you were not making the playoffs.
Hmm.
You were not going to make it, and trading for Esso gave you a little bit of flexibility. And I think that defensively, you guys are better off for it. I still like your back end. I think Sniper's made huge strides, and I know this isn't the kind of show that you guys do. I'm gonna give my 2 cents. I know you guys are making, Sniper made strides this year. Roos, he plays a bit aggressive sometimes, but I know that he's a really good defenseman. If he can dial that back, I think that you guys, in my opinion, are going to be very tough to beat. I think that you and Hans Shot First are the two best teams remaining in the postseason, and I think that that ultimately will be the 239 finals. I didn't make that prediction on the show, but I will leave it at that. So you guys keep doing what you're doing. There's no reason you don't make it, and then I'm done blowing you for the rest of your show. Thank you very much.
Well, hey,
Hmm.
the one thing
Hmm.
I'll say about the whole Esober trade and everything, I noticed right out the bat that this wasn't going to
Still
be like
calls me so.
yep. See,
So dumb.
I
No, go
do it.
ahead.
I do it for you. But anyways,
Go ahead.
you love it. God damn it. Anyways, I knew it wasn't going to be a Thundercats team. I knew it wasn't going to be a run and gun, a high scoring, potent. We're going to score 6, 7 goals a game. It might let in 4. No, this team's different. It's set up different. So that's why I made the deal. I got a better. No offense to Luca, but I got a better two-way guy that could fill in any forward spot, and so
And
that
from what
helps.
I've seen of Luca, he's definitely more gifted offensively than I am for sure.
Well, give him
So,
his due. He
you know.
finished second in points.
Hmm.
Give him his
Yeah,
Yep.
due.
yeah,
He ended
yeah.
up
Yep.
having one of those on a bad
Oh yeah.
team.
Yep.
On a
Yep.
bad team. So give him his due. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it just to me the way it was playing out, it wasn't going to work out. Having 2 full-time centers, or well, Hugh that really only can play center, even though he did well on right wing, but he says he sucks at it, so that is what it is. But Luca, his strongest position is center, but for our team, he was playing better at right wing. So it was hard flip flopping him all the time. Uh, it might have worked out better if I could have kept him at center and moved Hugh over to right wing. But that guy that's on the mic, so I don't say his name wrong again. Uh, he could go anywhere, and he plays the same way. I mean, I transitioned to right wing now from left wing, just to make
Yeah,
things
and
work.
and just to touch on that, that's almost to a fault. I do play the exact. If you put me at wing center, left or right, I play the exact same way. I'm too defensive. You're never gonna see me forecheck. And Daly touched on that in the show. He sucks at forechecking. I do because I don't want to get caught. So I don't. Nah, I'm just being honest with you. Anybody that may want to draft me in the future, I'm not going to be the guy forechecking down low. I'm going to be the guy playing high and trying to get back. And because I hate breakaways and they make baby Jesus cry. I fucking hate breakaways. So that's
That
that's
was
That,
basically
but again,
that's basically what you
that's
get
why the
there.
trade makes you guys better because
yep.
Sober's one of his many talents is forechecking. Hugh sucks at forechecking. You suck at forechecking. You can run the 4-man trap. You can play 2 at the blue line, and you guys are covered. It's going to be very
Yeah.
tough to enter your zone without having to flip it in. So, again, in a league where people like to carry the puck, if you are not willing to change the way you play, people are going to struggle with you. That's why you guys are my favorite to win it. Moving forward. And not even this week, but if you listen to the show the week before, I said the exact same thing. I said I thought you guys were the toughest matchup in the playoffs. So with that being said, I said I wasn't going to blow you anywhere, but I swear to God, I'm
Well,
But
doing
you
it now.
keep
keep
that
doing
going.
it, and it feels good. Yeah. This is the
Why don't you
elitist
both book
show.
your trip to the island, and then you can play sand volleyball with fucking Cosmic Fade over there. Well, he's still in the playoffs. Lick my balls. I'm done. Thanks.
I was wondering if you're just taking golf balls and smacking them in the ocean off that island, but
Ugh, fuck, man, just brutal. I haven't golfed in a while, but yeah, no, I just, ugh.
well, you got
I'm
plenty.
We
still
know you
bitter
couldn't
about
hear
it.
the show.
Are we moving? Are
You
we
couldn't
moving
hear the
on?
show
Are we
last week,
moving on
Daly.
from this? Oh,
We are. We
God.
are in a second. In a
Ugh.
second. Because you
I
couldn't
didn't
hear the
hear the
show
show.
last week. Do you remember that screensaver with the little
Which
dude
one?
walking around on the island, like just
Of
kind of picking
course.
his balls and eating bananas and just sitting there? Well,
Oh man.
that's how we envision the island in the off season. It's just you
Listen,
growing a
man.
beard,
Listen.
just sitting there, just fucking getting fat. It just
You know what's funny?
sucks.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? Right now, I'm sitting here growing a beard, getting fat, and doing the whole bit. So like, I guess it's not that far off. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is what it is. Jesus fuck, man. It's just miserable. It really is. I hate.
What do you got next, man? All right, here's a good one. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Who do you know, and this goes for both of you, who's not in the league currently, didn't play this season, that you know of, just out in the Xbox Live world that you'd love to see come play in the league?
You want to go first, Sober? I got my name.
There's after playing a season over at XPS, there's some guys over there that I'd like to see. I mean, I would love to see Drug come back and play full time.
Defense.
Yeah,
Defense.
well, right,
Not
right,
fucking goalie.
right, and not lefty that he played in a lot during our XPS season. But I would like to see him come back. I'd like to see Lamp come back and not get suspended and not lose his power and all that crap. To be honest,
From what I hear.
Yeah, and that's sober, and that's that whole crew, right? They
Mhm.
all run together, and I blew sunshine up their ass 2 weeks ago, and now that Daly's here, he can hear it and call them one of the best EASHL teams I've ever seen. They wiped us off Daily. They wiped us off the fucking map twice in a row.
Yeah,
and
you had
sent
me
us with our
playing
tails
fucking
back.
left D
It
with
doesn't
Burks.
matter, man.
It does
I
matter.
don't
It
care.
does matter.
Oh God.
It does matter.
I'm just.
You
all
can't
I was
throw
trying
a
to
hat.
say is
Here, I'll agree with you in this. They're good as fuck. You can't throw a fucking derp to derp lineup out there versus them. That's a spec lineup. You can't do that. You can't, I mean, what did you expect? Burks is up there shooting his own. Burks, I love you. You got old dad playing his off D on a fucking. It just doesn't work. I'm blaming the lineup maker on that one. That was you. That was you that day.
It was
That's
me.
all on you. That's
Well,
on
we
you,
had
man.
we had Mac in there, and Mac's a shell of what he used to be. Um, he can only play left wing because he's got a one-track mind. Up the boards. How'd that work out? Drug monkey in his face every 5 seconds. That didn't work very well. So Mac's like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm in the zone." Drug's like, "Yeah." Done.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's
and
a
before you
queef,
knew it,
by
the
the
puck
way.
was going the other way. Yeah,
That was
it's awful.
that was a queef.
Yeah.
That wasn't a fart.
But that
was
whole
a
crew.
a pussy queef.
And none of them played this year. Yeah, it wasn't good. None of that crew played this year, and they would. And this is the type of league for those guys, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
they
talked about it.
It's a perfect type of league for those guys.
They talked about
So-
it during our parties while we were playing XPS. That they
Yeah.
loved it over here. It sounds like they might come back. But yeah, those are the type of players too that we're looking for. I mean, they're good. They're not assholes. They're not gonna.
Yeah.
You know.
They all wrote it out, man.
You know.
Dude,
Yeah,
fucking
they all
Drug
did.
was playing a secondary position on a team with 3 wins, and he showed up every single
He
night.
showed up
No
every
emo,
game.
And
Yeah.
didn't bitch.
every fucking night, and did not bitch one iota.
No.
Here's the thing. Now, the way that the current setup is, and I'm gonna segue your show. That's how you know X Daly's on the show, because I'm about to segue your fucking show into something else that I want to talk
Oh my
about.
god! I gotta mute them, Mike, 'cause I'm gonna go fucking shit my pants. Hold on.
Is this gonna come with the draft talk auction versus?
Yes,
Snake?
yes, yes, 100%.
Okay,
is.
great.
So it's
Great,
gonna be
because Magilla
productive,
brought
Mike.
that up last week, and we did
Nobody
talk
heard us
about
talk
it, but nobody heard us. So
So
have
here's
at
the
it.
thing. Now you get these guys. Let's go down the Nick the Greek, Drug Monkey, Light the Lamp, Who am I missing? Dusty Right Stick. Those guys come in here, yeah,
And DC, I
together.
don't know if you consider DC part of that crew, but he played this year
DC was
anyways.
the only one who stayed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do, but I don't. You put that
Okay.
crew together, man. They're tough. They're a tough team. In the current format, I'll tell you right now, Lamp's a first round pick, Drug's a first round pick, Nick's a second round pick, Dusty's probably in the third, fourth round. DC has worked his way into a second round pick. Good luck getting all five of those fucking guys on a team in our format. Good
And
luck.
that's good
Exactly.
news for the rest of 239 because if they did, it's probably going to be a really bad
Yep.
time for. They might
Now
go
here's the thing.
27 and 0.
And
They
here's the
might.
thing. Secondly to the point, one of them would have to captain. That's the only way. That's the only way it could potentially work. And even if that happened, you'd get three of those guys, and then you'd have to really make it because you'd have to trade for two first rounders. You'd then have to hope that they fell to you. There's a lot of different things. I'm gonna play the card of snake draft versus auction draft. Now, with the snake draft, it makes it a lot harder to get those kind of super powered teams together. With an auction draft, you can spend 99%. Now, you get somebody like, okay, let's say you put Drug Monkey, Lamp, let's say you spend some money and you get fucking, Daily on that team. Okay, and you got $3 left. Now you've got these smart minds on top of that, all on the same team, and you go out and say, well, dude, we could put Legion in net for $1 and probably be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then you do it. So there's
hmm
the pros and cons of both.
And
Here's
there
My
what
goes your
I'll
parity
well,
that everyone
my
loves so much.
my
That's my thing
my
with it.
my biggest thing on the whole auction snake is auction. Everybody has a shot at everybody, right? Like say for instance, this season, I wanted Daly. I wanted to take Daly as my center. I know how much that sounds really messed up, but I didn't give a fuck. That's what I wanted, right? The only way I was going to be able to get
right.
Daly was if I got up to one or two. I knew he was going one or two. That's damn near impossible. It's done. It's happened before, but you have to have the right picks, and the stuff has to work out right. And then you're trading away the world to move up. I started at seventh, I think. But when I gave up the world to move up to get you, well, now I don't pick again until probably the third,
Hey,
fourth
so
round.
sober. If you want the best, you gotta pay to play, man. That's just how it is.
Right, but
Legion,
but if you do, but if you do the auction draft, say I spend
Oh,
60 on you,
fuck.
right? But I know there's other players that I could get for 5 to 10 that are worthwhile. I still have an opportunity to get those guys.
True.
You know what I mean?
And again, you're gonna have the great debates like for forever and ever and ever. I'm gonna do this. I agree with SO 100%. I think the snake draft is gonna make for the most parity,
Mm-hmm.
always. But I do think the auction is going to make for the most skilled draft, if that makes sense. I think more skill goes into drafting auction. How are you going to allocate your funds? How are you going to spend your money? What are you going to do? If you're looking for straight parity, I really do think the snake draft is going to benefit that. But if you have 10 captains who are skilled captains, hey, you want to do this? Let's gamble, boys. Let's make it happen. I think that the auction is going to be the most intense and it's gonna really shine through who knows their stuff and who spent their money right and who did their homework. So you could go either way on it, man. It's really, really tough.
The
I
one
don't
the
know,
one
like,
the one thing I'll say too is so daily. This is how I kind of break down that auction versus snake too. Is say you're a captain, right? You won first overall this season. You're a captain. Somehow, luck of the draw, you get first pick. Okay, now say D-Mart's not a captain or something, and you take D-Mart. Well, now you have two theoretically number one picks. Now,
Which would
true.
cost what in an auction? So like if they were on, I don't know what your salary cap is, what you're thinking.
Say I
Let's
think it was
just
a
say the
hundred bucks.
salary.
$100 to fill the seven
Okay,
spots, which is what it
cool. So
usually
you
was,
guys would usually you'd probably be like what 30, $40 a pop
if not
if you were in
more.
the open
if not
market.
more, yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've seen
Okay.
that shit. I've seen 65 on a top tier. You know, where
That's
the rest of
insane.
it
That's
sucks. But
Can
I
I
don't
give
even
you?
know how
Can I
you
give you an
complete
idea?
a team
Can
like
I give you
that.
an idea? Can I give you an idea? I'm
Yeah.
I didn't play, dude. I didn't play leagues for two years. Okay, I took time off, spent time with my family, the whole thing. I come back, I join a said league ending in HL. Okay, haven't played in years. Haven't played in years. And sober, you might have been in the league at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't Nobody seen me play in 2 years. I went for $65
Yep.
and a hundred
I don't
dollar
like that.
cap.
I don't like that. I
Haven't
don't
played
know.
in 2 years. So just to give you an idea, what somebody might pay for a name or for a player, that's kind of what you're looking at. And it wasn't one guy; it was three or four people bidding on that. So just to give you an idea,
Yep.
it
Like
can
the
get pricey, man.
Sanies of the world went for 45, 50. But no, if you're taking daily and then he has to spend half his cap on one guy instead of lucking out and getting a first pick and getting that top $60 player, say, you know, um,
I
that's the way
I
I
have
look at it. It's hard.
well, I have a question. I'll do this. So you're talking about being a first time captain, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you get the first overall pick, right? Now, there's a lot of guys you could take at first overall, right? There's a couple,
Mm-hmm.
you could go Steve, you could go Chubbs, you could go Daly, you could go this. Does it come into play at all the guy that you would take based on what they know? Does somebody who you feel has a better grasp of the league become more valuable because they can help you draft, or do you feel that somebody like that would get in your way?
Well, personally, me, I wouldn't put any stock into that because I know who I can play well with. I don't need someone else to tell me who I play well with. However, you're right on that other aspect that maybe I don't know who they play best with. So let's say I took Estradios, who I don't even know. I've played like a couple games with him, like just bullshit games. I'm not sure we even exchanged words. I just know he's a good player, but I could then go to him and say, all right, man, well, geez, who do you love to play with? And he'll tell me. And then I can make that pick for him and the team. And hopefully that leads to, good chemistry on the ice or whatever. But I probably wouldn't take him if I had the first pick because I don't have that familiarity, the word, familiarity with him.
Spell it, Taylor.
I would
No
take a
thanks.
binky. I would take a binky if I had the first overall pick. I would take a Daly or a Dmart or somebody that I'm very familiar with, because I know for a fact I can play with them and play well with them and get wins.
Yeah,
So that would be
career
my.
years.
I've done that
Okay,
too
man. This
before.
is.
Like I've taken like say a goalie, then I go okay. Now that I have my goalie, I'm gonna ask that goalie who they like having playing in front of them.
Yep.
So I say in my head, okay, this round I'm gonna go D. This goalie tells me that he really likes you know Kayla on lefty. Well, if Kayla's there, I might take Kayla just because that's what makes my goalie happy.
Correct. There is that
Familiarity,
line you have
though.
to balance too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
But at
think
the
it's a
same
good
time,
point.
you want to play with everybody. What if I
True.
play amazing with Estradios, but I don't know that because I've never played with him? So there's that, right?
But
Like,
do you
what
take a
if?
chance in round one? That's the thing. It's
No,
scary.
no.
Do you
But
know what
if
I'm
you
saying?
don't,
Because
but if you don't, you're not getting him. So there's that.
yeah,
No.
yeah,
So
Well, just look at the trade that I made. I had I had you listed on my ESO. I love it. Um, I was going to take you if I stayed at 7, right? I figured you're still
yeah.
gonna be there. But
As
then
did I. I was actually shocked. I
I thought to
I didn't see that
myself,
pick coming. So
my biggest need on a team is a center. Give me a center. So I wanted Daly, and then it was Chubbs, and then it was
which is
Lucas.
funny because Daly's not a center. But
Right,
okay.
right. And I just the way he plays center, I like it. I like it.
All right. Hey, that's fine. Yeah.
yeah. I can play a little bit forward, bud.
Yeah. Is there anything you can't do, Daly? Can you
No,
tell? Can you tell
I'm a
everybody? Is
pretty
there
good
anything?
goalie too. I think you
He
saw that
can't
earlier
spell.
tonight.
For fuck's sakes. By the way, Moose is definitely listening to the show, by the way, because he sent me a
Did you
pink
see
slip.
that? I
Yeah,
got one
notice of
too.
termination. Employee number one, effective date now. We regret to inform you that your services as a resident douchebag are no longer needed. Now get the fuck out. So he was definitely listening. I
Yeah,
just got pink
he's on the
slipped.
show. I got
Yep.
one too. We just got June. I also got a Moose Island one too. So he wants to start up his own island, the Moose Island.
See, I wish people would stop feeding into that shit, man. And we did it
What,
too.
the
We should
island?
sober. No more mention of the island from now
It's
on our show, because
impossible. It's like
it's
it's a cult
it's like
following.
feeding the troll, man.
Hey, last week didn't we come up with something last week for who the hell was it? We came up
Man,
with
if we could
something.
only archive the show and listen it back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
would be.
damn it.
If
Sober
we could
fucked
only
up.
do that.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
Sober,
Well,
how many times? Hey, by the way, so ask Sober how many times I asked him for the link for the show, and he's like, "Oh, here." So he sends me the link to like the live stream. I'm like, "Dude,
Yeah,
there's nothing there," and
I
he's
had
like,
no freaking clue.
"Grr."
I had no freaking clue because I
mm,
mean, like Twitch, you send the same link and it'll pop you right into my channel and you can look at the videos, right? I didn't know since Beam went to Mixer that there's like two boxes that you gotta check that are way down in the bottom of the settings, and you have to do it on the website. You can't do it on your computer or on the Xbox. So I had
Oh
no freaking
man,
clue. We were running late. Twitch wasn't working. We couldn't get the audio to
who
work.
put this guy on media?
All
Who
right,
did this?
right. Hey, the first one went down
It's a
smooth.
personally,
The one
I
first
don't know
one
who's
went
in
no.
down.
charge of it, but you guys picked the two people that probably have the least experience with any media,
Yep.
and we're just dominating it. So
Yeah,
there's
this
that.
this this show is honestly. I was telling who was I? Oh, Abin chat the other day. It's great because these shows are completely different. Like if you want stats and statisticals, watch the
Throw
Throwdown.
down.
If you want just to shoot the breeze and some funny ass shit and a little bit, dude, this is it. You have two completely different shows. So, again, even being on this show, man, like I feel my whole demeanor change. Like everybody who knows me knows how like crazy and fucking weird and
Amped
all
up
that
you
shit
are.
I am. Like everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But like on Throwdown, I'm definitely more like I don't know, professional, I guess.
You're a
So it's
little more
nice to be able.
distinguished on
I
Throwdown.
I,
You
I
know,
am,
I'm
I
used to
try and keep
seeing it.
it. Yeah, it's a little bit different, a little, more like oh, okay, let's keep it going here. So, and I've always been that way, but it's nice to be able to come on a show like this, and it's a completely different tune. So I think it's great for the league because it's two completely different things and two separate entities, but everything is working together as one. It works out great. So.
And our job's easy sober, isn't it?
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's just you just throw it on and you sit here and shoot the shit for an hour and call it. Does anyone know? And this is I'm just throwing it out there. What happened with the series tonight? It's probably still going on. But anyone have any updates?
I don't.
Here,
Let
I'll
me.
look it
I'm
up.
sure Ballbag knows. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean,
get Ballbag
the
on the
thing.
line and see what he's got to
He
say.
always. Oh wait, hold on. I'm in the Jello, dude. I'm in the Jello time thing. Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
We
Hey,
still
by the
have our
way,
Jello time chat, by the
yeah.
way, everybody.
Who
That's like
who
a
called
thing.
it? Who called it to a T?
What
Halifax Harpoons advanced into. Daniel Martin
Oh,
did
obviously
they?
took over. Yeah, man.
wow.
And six. Listen. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When it comes to analysis, there's
No,
nobody
all right.
better.
It's
There's
a
nobody
good thing
better.
this
Here
isn't
we
an
go.
analysis show. That's a good
But
thing,
fuck,
huh?
man, I
Man,
told
tune
you.
in to
Anybody who
Thursday
thought that
Throwdown
the
next week. Ale
listen,
Poner,
listen.
X Daily.
Who's the thing? Saddles. There's no way Saddles had. I don't care how good the defense is. No offense to Moose. No offense to McGilla. Danny Martin took over. Done. End of story. And you knew it was gonna happen.
The
In
Blazing
six.
Saddles could have won that thing in 4. I
But they
mean,
didn't.
don't forget. Let's not. I know they didn't. They could have won it in 4. They went up 2-0, right? And then
The
the next
Mongo
two games
Tards
were
could have made the
OTs.
playoffs, but they didn't.
Yeah, if their star players showed up for games, they would have made the playoffs. No
Oh,
doubt.
here
No
we
doubt in my
go.
mind. This is why,
Ooh.
and me and Daly had we're on text together because we're like tight, and he shits in my house. Um, so I was texting him earlier, and I said, "Hey man, if I captain, you'd be a good second, third round value." And he goes, "Get the fuck out of here!" And I'm like, I'm dead serious, man. You'd be a great
Ugh.
value pick in round 2." He's like, "Dude, I'm the number 1 pick. I'm the fucking man, and everyone should know it. And I get dome when I play Xbox, boss of bosses style." And this is what he said. And I said, "I'm sorry. I would almost agree with you if you showed up, but you don't show up, you're a full-time player, and you have a tendency to miss series for real life problems. And I guess what
Ugh.
I'm trying to tell you is minimize your real life problems from now on and be a number one pick again. That's all I'm saying. I think
Oh
that's fair
my
to say.
god. I
That's fair
mean,
to say. You
yeah.
cost Legion 12 points in the standings.
I didn't know they were gonna go 0
Get
and
him.
6.
Did you
I
think they were
mean,
going to go 6-0?
no, I thought they'd win like 2 games. I don't
Well,
think that's like
Did they?
far fetched.
I think one series that you were out, Legion gave up, I think, 6 goals a game.
That's not happening with Daly in the
Yeah,
lineup.
and
It's not happening.
not to blow Daly, but most
Yeah,
of
I
the
know,
time
but
that
I'm
wouldn't
just
No,
happen.
that's okay. You
it's not
can though.
happening.
It
No,
was.
I already told you where
bring
your
it-
draft value ought to be, and hopefully future captains are listening to this show because don't
This is
pick him number one.
esoteric trying to
He
drape.
misses. This is not me draping because I would take you round 2. I
You're
already set
fucking.
my
You're.
value on you.
If you had the number one pick, you already said you'd take me one. I already heard you. Thanks.
No, wrong.
Yep. You just said
I
it.
wouldn't.
But
I'll
Sober,
tell
did
you
he
who-
just? Hey, we could play this one back though.
Yeah, this
Yeah, we
one's
can. We can play it back because what I said was I would take someone I knew, like a Daly, like a whatever Demard, so and so. If I had the number one pick,
like word in there.
man, if I had the number one pick, who would I take? I don't know. I don't know.
Tough
I'm
to
just
say.
setting up future drapes.
Now,
I'm gonna be
now
a
here's the
rookie
thing,
captain.
man. Like, I will say this too. Like, it sucks because like in my world, and obviously, all joking aside, my schedule it can be crazy. If I get a banquet or if I get an event, like I work in restaurants. It's the owner and then me. So it makes it very very difficult for me to put MIA because I never really know, and then shit comes up. That night, it was an opportunity for me to make a lot of extra cash, and it was something I
I
couldn't
heard.
pass up. Yeah, so
Yeah.
again, it's
I'm not
tough.
shitting on you for that. I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
no,
do.
I know. The
I'm
0 and
just saying,
6,
in the
though.
world of 239, no one gives a fuck how many steaks you serve. That's all I'm saying. In the world of 239,
Unless you're serving
how
it
many
to your
stuffed
team.
quahogs you get on the plate, it doesn't.
Oh
It
fuck!
doesn't
Can we
feed
talk
the
about
monkey
that for
over
a
here,
minute?
man.
Oh my god,
We
I want
could.
Cohawk so bad now.
We
That and the
could.
chowder, dude. So chef made chowder the other day at work. I'm like, I can't even eat this, man. I'm like, you do soups good, man. And I told him, I looked him straight up. He looked at me. He's like, "You love my soup." I'm like, "But I can't eat this one." He said, "Why?" I said,
Yeah.
"Have you ever had chowder like right off the coast?" I'm like, "It's this. I'm sorry. I can't eat this." He's
I
like,
told
"What
you
is
that would
wrong with
happen.
you?"
I said, you have to try this. The problem is you're going to go home and everything else is going to taste like shit. And
Yeah.
that's
And
what
he even
happened.
uses bacon in his. He
Doesn't
uses
matter.
bacon in.
First of all,
I know.
no bacon and chowder, man.
Yes,
Fuck
there
out
is.
of here. That's
It's a
child's
key
play.
component. It is. Look it up. You live where? I'm sorry. Look it up. Now I will say
I mean,
that
are you talking like okay? Are you talking like bacon, like not bits,
no,
like
not
in
like
it?
no, like bacon
Okay,
fat
that's
or
what I
whatever it
Okay,
is.
yeah, gotcha.
But it's good. It's good. Anyways, yeah, that ruined me in those cohogs. Like I said, when you pay me back for all my fantasy baseball bets I win, then we're definitely gonna go out there and just rip that shit up. Because it's gonna happen. So
I don't want to
it's
flood this show with fantasy baseball bullshit that no one cares about, but you are probably the worst evaluator who thinks he's the best evaluator I've ever seen in fantasy baseball.
Listen,
I'm
you're
just
gonna
throwing
bring up
that out
Shelby
there.
Miller.
I'm just
No, you're
throwing
gonna
it
bring
out
up Shelby Miller. Fuck Shelby Miller, okay? It was Shelby Miller at the value. $2 value. Oh, he's great value. Yeah,
We're not
make the
spending
joke
any
you
time
want.
on this topic. I'm just.
Ugh. All right, I'm done.
All right,
I'm
well,
done.
one
got
more
him wrong.
quick second. Do me one
Oh,
favor.
if you bring
while-
up Gregory Polanco, I'm done. Don't.
I'm not gonna. He sucks.
Okay. No. Oh my God.
He's
Anyways.
a terrible player. But at any rate, I want you to just go to the CBS Sports line. What they do is they rank. Currently, it's up to date, like of who is the most valuable roto player. They rank it all the way 1 to 5,000.
Yeah, Charlie
Guess who
Blackman's
is-
one.
Guess who's like number 19
Who?
in all of roto baseball?
Who?
Billy Hamilton.
I fucking hate you. Who's
Fact,
number one?
Not opinion. Fact,
number
not
one?
opinion. Number one was it Trout? I don't know. It might have been
Charlie
Trout.
Blackman. Charlie
He's not one.
fucking Blackman.
guys, pick a topic, and I'm going to go to my laptop real quick and find out who is number one. But what
Yeah.
else you guys want to talk about? Because we're about to get ready to wrap it
Oh,
up soon. Is there anything else you wanted to hit on?
yeah, awards. I touched on the throwdown, but dude,
Yep.
fill it out. Fill the fucking thing out, man, because it's
Take the
only gonna make the
fucking
league better.
5 to 10 minutes and do it.
Please. It makes the league so much better, doesn't it? I mean, it's little things like that that set us apart, man. And like you by doing that, and we could tweak it and change it, do first team all star, second team, do all that shit, man. Just fill it out. It takes 5 minutes, and it's gonna go a long way
But
for us.
everybody's talking about the emo and shit that comes from all this crap. But would you rather have a team of people that just said, "Oh, here's your, so and so player," and then everybody would be like, "Hey, what the fuck? That guy should have made it. He sucks or whatever." Well, here now the community has a say in it. The whole league has a say in it, not just 4 or 5 people.
Well, and the thing is by doing it that way and the way that we did it, there's more people being nominated. How many leagues do you see? There's 3 people. You have 3 people per category, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the thing that happened. Oh, I should have been on there. I should have been on there. I swear to God. And that was the thing. I was looking. I'm like, man, like, why are we stopping ourselves at 3? Let's nominate 6, 7, 8, whatever. I did 12 for the All Stars because I wanted to do 2 teams, a first team and a second team All Star ballot. And let's try and get as many names and recognized players as we can. I think something we all agree on is we like to see our name in a post. We like to see our name on a thread. We like to see our name on the throwdown or the elitists. I mean, we like it. So why not, take, yeah, absolutely. Make your dick hard. But why not take the extra 3 minutes that's going to take or 4 minutes to fill it out, and we add extra players to each one, and you never know how people are valuing you. Sometimes it's points. Sometimes it's positions you play. Sometimes it's plus minus. Sometimes it's your power play stats. Sometimes it's your face-off percentage. You don't know what people are grading you on. So by adding a couple more players into each ballot, I think it goes a long way. So fill it out. It makes it go a lot better. Just do it. Just do
I
it.
agree.
Thank
I
you.
agree. The people, media guys, and the guys who run the site or whatever, they put a lot of work into that too, and they do it so that it's a fun thing. Somebody gets their due, so to speak. So yeah, definitely
That should
get
be
out
in the
there and do it. I did
glossary.
mine. It took like what?
Due. Giving his
Yeah,
due.
man.
Getting his due. That should be
And
in
I'm
the
gonna give
glossary.
Gregory Polanco his due because he's ranked 227th. Congratulations.
Oh,
Anyways,
God.
yeah.
What's
And
Blackman?
Blackman's 3. He's 3.
Yeah. Remember when we drafted him? Tell the folks at home what you said.
I said
Tell
good pick.
No, he didn't. He looks at me with the straightest face. I'm like, we're taking Charlie Blackman. He looks at me with the straightest face. He goes, ew. He literally said, ew. And I'm like, I'm done with you, man. And the guy's number 3. Anyways, I'm done with baseball.
Yeah, that's great.
Ew. Ew.
I did say you,
All
but I was
right.
wrong on that one. But I am not wrong on Gregory Polanco. He sucks.
Oh, my God. I can't wait.
We made a bunch of bets, Sober. You should see it. I have to have a notes thing in my phone. And there's like hundreds and hundreds of dollars on the line here, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, it's to the point. Yeah, it's to the point where if we even win this league together, because we split a team, if we win it, the winnings aren't even going to cover what we lose to each other at this point. Like it's going to get there.
Man, it's usually something like, I'll be like, oh, yeah, Domingo Santana has a small penis. Well, yeah, I bet you $25 his dick's bigger than Polanco's. Like, all right, write it down. So then we write down the bet,
Yep.
and then we're on to the next one, man. It's starting to tally up pretty good. So,
Yeah.
but I'm confident I'm going to win every one. So,
We're about 50-50 right
So
now.
how do you guys verify
As of right
the size
now.
of dick?
oh, well, have you ever seen
well.
the Hard Knocks? By the way, couple known big dicks. You ready? I'm going to throw some names out there. All right. This is based on certain well, the first one is from Hard Knocks. You guys remember Visante Shanko from fucking the Minnesota Vikings?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
that dude on Hard Knocks, the blur was so big, it was hanging below his kneecap. Like hanging below his kneecap. So that was a thing. Like, you want to talk about being emasculated? Look at Vasante Shenko's wiener. Thing was below his fucking kneecaps. The other one, and this is confirmed by the
Everyone's at
2000.
home right now Googling it right now. They're like,
Right.
Oh, well, Daily told me Vasante Shenko's cock is the size of an elephant trunk. I better look it up. So there's that.
There's
And then the
another name to
second
spell.
one that yeah, good luck on that one, by the way. Just put like VIS and hope that it pops up, or else
And
you're
a bunch of
fucked.
dots.
The yeah, loading. But what's actually loading is his penis because it's so big. So there's
Cannonball that shit.
so there's that one, and then the other one, the 2005 World Series White Sox had a Dominican-born player by the name of, and you might remember this. I think he still probably plays, Juan Uribe. Apparently, apparently Juan Uribe has the biggest penis in the world. That was confirmed by pretty much all the 2005 White Sox. I think Paul Konerko, you have to YouTube it, legitimately makes like, it's the ew face. It's the face I assumed that Esoteric makes every time he thinks of Charlie Blackmon. It's like that sort of face. So, but apparently Juan Uribe's dong is like huge. So, that's another name to check out.
Since, you know, Daly's telling us to fucking Google and YouTube fucking guy's dick size.
Well, I've actually said weirder on air, so this is like child's play, really.
yeah.
Yes,
I
I've
still
actually
think
said
everybody
weirder.
needs to hear your story about the two-hand one tit. That's the
Oh my
smartest
God.
story ever.
Should we end the
Can-
show? Hold on. Can
Wait.
we just end the show with that? I'm not even probably gonna talk for the rest. We'll just end it. Once
Should I-
it's done, everyone just click your audio off, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Do you want me to do it? Is that what we
Run
do?
it.
Yeah,
Run it.
it's got to be done.
That's our
Run
Well,
it.
here's
I'm
the
actually. You
thing.
know what? You know what, guys? I'm
Okay.
just gonna say goodbye right now. I'm clicking off my audio, and I'm just gonna listen. Have a good fucking week.
There we go.
Okay, so yeah, this is the patented story. Most of you know it. Some of you don't. Basically, when I was in high school, I was a counselor at a special ed camp. This is many, many, many moons ago. And there was a kid in my camp named Donnie who had Down syndrome. And he was absolutely infatuated with me. I really think that he was me with Down syndrome. Anyways, cool kid, the whole thing. But he was me. He was very like abrasive and crazy and the whole different thing. So, but he was obviously special. Anyways, so I remember one day we were sitting there and we were doing. They were walking their laps or whatever, and one of the girls I work with came up to me and she said, "Matt, I can't find Donnie anywhere." And his name was Donald Hunter. I'm sorry. I said, okay, I'll go look for him. Well, we did this camp at an old middle school that was no longer in use. So I'm walking up and down the halls. Donnie, where the hell are you? What the fuck you doing? Can't find him anywhere. So finally, I'm walking down the hallway, and all of a sudden, I start to hear something fucked up. And I mean, like, fucked up. It sounded like a raccoon, like, going through garbage. And it was just like, rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, okay. So like I'm semi-worried, but I'm like semi-like, what the fuck's going on? So it's coming out of the gymnasium. So I walk into the gymnasium, and as I open the door, the noise is fucking ridiculous. It's so loud, and it's just prominent and just so like rah, 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 rah. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So I flip the light on, and I look over to the bench, and what do I see? But I see my boy Donnie has got a girl pinned on her back. He's got her one titty just hanging out of her shirt, and he's got two hands on it, and he's just going fucking ham on it. And that noise that I hear, that I think is a raccoon going through the garbage can, is Donald Hunter just fucking licking on a titty, and he's going la 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 la. So at this point, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I run over there and I kind of like grab him around his fat ass waist, and I'm trying to pull him back, but he is death gripped on this titty. Like, he is pulling it away from his boobie. So I got this kid who's got Down syndrome. He's licking a girl's boobie who also has Down syndrome, and I've got him around the waist, and it looks like I'm dry humping him from behind, trying to get his big ass off her. So he's got the titty in his hand. He's like, la, 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 and I'm trying to pull him off. Finally, I get him off. I'm sweating. He's sweating. You know, he's like fucking snaps out of it, right? And he looks up at me, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And I swear to you, he looks me dead in the face. He goes, fuck you, Matt, you fucking cock block. And with like the straightest face, I literally had a kid with Down syndrome call me a fucking cock block, like right there in the middle of the gymnasium. So, for anybody who's ever heard me do the la 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 la, that's actually derived from the la 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 la. So that's actually where it came from. But yeah, most people absolutely love that story. So I think
I had to come
sober.
back on, man.
Okay,
I
I was
had
gonna say I
to.
didn't
I
know
had.
if you guys actually like fucking checked out or
I was
not, or if
pissing
you.
myself. Every time I hear it, it's just it gets better and better every time. And like my other
Oh,
question is before we go, is your wife upstairs? Like when she hears you making, he's telling the Donnie
yeah,
story again. He's telling the Donnie
yeah,
story. She just knows it, like it resonates
yeah.
through the house, through the heater, and yeah.
She doesn't say anything anymore. I think she's just used to it, so she
I
kind of
wouldn't. I
leaves me
wouldn't
alone.
either. Yeah. All right,
It's like she
guys.
doesn't want to give me the attention. So good.
Well, I hear you. Well, there you go.
Yep.
The Donnie story has been told, so hopefully you guys heard it and you get a little story behind the from now on. And I'm getting pretty good at that.
Yeah, you're like almost better than I am, and I like made up like the new version of the voice. So I'm really impressed with how good you are at it now.
Yeah.
You've heard
Thanks,
it.
man.
You've heard it enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't want to get caught doing. Well, my wife's not home right now because if she was, I wouldn't have been doing that. So she'd be like, "What the hell's wrong with you? Get the fuck out of my house." Yeah.
She said I was
Whatever.
the most normal of everybody, so there's that as well.
Okay, well, the only person you have to be compared to is Jordan, aka Dead Wrong. So
Okay,
there
fair
you
enough.
go.
I win. I win.
Is
Thank
that
you. With
fair?
that being
Yeah.
said, yeah, no, I win.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will catch you next week for Week 4 Daily. Thank you for coming on. You were great, man. Sober.
Good as always.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep,
sir.
thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Take it easy, guys.